Hello everyone, I'm Ernie and I am so glad you're here with us today. Today we are back at the Kamikaze Mine. It's been 10 weeks since I've been here. 10 weeks ago, I couldn't even walk. My surgeon said that my hip was totally shot. I was bone on bone and the cartilage was messed up, and actually they're still healing after the surgery. I'm on my 9th week of healing, but it's amazing that I can walk in this shaft. This mine has a 26 to 41 degree incline, and it just put a lot of wear and tear on me, but I feel great today. I'm going to stop whining. We're going to get to work and we're going to see what we can get out of the Kamikaze Mine. And let's get to it. One of the concerns that we had here at the Kamikaze Mine is the shaft and the plug. You can see some of the timbers right there, and this is the direction that the shaft was going down. The shaft had been plugged, but the several months that we've been here at this claim is that the ground is sinking into the shaft that we know about, but it doesn't look like it is too bad right now, but there is that one section that has gone down about 8 inches, but I think it's going to be okay. We did shore it up the last time we were here about 11 weeks ago, and this right here is our main vein that we were working on. As we continue our inspection on this shaft, just there on your left, there's a vein that we haven't touched yet, but we'll eventually get to that. And as we pan to the right in the center of your screen is the second vein that we had been working on. We're going to take a close-up shot of that right now. And you can see that it's in good condition. Just some loose soil from above had fallen down. And you can see the hanging wall on the left side and the foot wall on the right side. And we did get some halfway decent samples out of that vein, but as we look around this shaft, it looks stable, it looks safe, and I'm glad to see that. Here is our main vein that we had left digging 11 weeks ago. It looks exactly the way that we had left it, except for some loose soil from above had fallen down into it, but we're going to continue on this vein today. The purpose of me being here today is to learn a lesson that I need to practice on, and there's a main vein that's running through there, and it's like a chocolate colored clay, and there's also a off-white ivory color clay, and that is the vein that I need to follow. I can see the white, but I had lost the chocolate vein, but I'm going to open this up some, and I'm going to hopefully find the chocolate vein as I do this. But as I continue to dig and continue to pull out some of this overburden, I'm going to take a sample of it and see if there's any gold in there. That way I will know what I need to do as I progress in this digging. Local geologist and my friend Alex had educated me and stressed the point that, Ernie, just dig the vein. Don't waste your time on all that extra overburden, because there's no sense on spending time where there's no gold. Professional prospector Chris Ralph personally educated me, and he told me, Ernie, pay attention to details. When you pay attention to details, you will be successful. I deeply appreciate what these two men are teaching me, because it will make me a better and effective prospector and miner. This reminds me of what Dr. John C. Maxwell once said, and he said that people closest to me determine my level of success or failure. The better they are, the better I am. And if I want to go to the highest level, I can do it only with the help of other people. We have to take each other higher, and I deeply appreciate what I'm being taught, and it's the whole reason why I would like to share this with you today. I now have my 2 pounds of Overburden sample that we're going to sample to see if there is any gold in here. I needed to get out of the shaft because there is no shade inside there and my phone is overheating, but coming out here, the wind is blowing about 20 miles an hour and it's just very difficult to really get anything done out here, but let's get to it. The water in my white bucket is a little green. That's because it's been sitting in that bucket for the last 11 or 12 weeks. This is our third pan, and in this pan we only got one color. In this shot here are all 3 pans combined. In total we got pretty good color out of Overburden, so I was satisfied with what we got. I want to show you the ivory color vein that we're chasing. There's a little bit here and there, but coming up here you can see a bigger part of the ivory vein, and we got to dig deeper to follow this vein. Here you can see the chocolate colored clumps of clay, and that's the main vein that carries most of the gold. And I just dug this up. I don't know exactly where it came from, but we're going to have to open this up and search for it and find that vein. I did collect all the overburden and some of the vein that got exposed, and I put it in this bucket, and we're going to take it back to the stagecoach mill, process it, and see what we get. Okay, we are back at the stagecoach mill, and what we're going to do, we're going to take our material that we brought home from the Kamikaze mine. We're going to run it through our rock crusher and break everything down so everything will come into a nice powder, and then we will run it through the sluice box and get our concentrate out of there, pan it out, and see what type of gold we get, and let's get to it. Before we get to crushing, I do want to say wear your ear protection, your eye protection, and I wear a neck gaiter, and I pull that over my nose and my mouth so I don't breathe in any of the dust from the crushing. And here is the material that we are going to crush. And we have 30 pounds of crushed material. And here is our setup for our sluicing. I want to get our material wet before we run it through our sluice. This pan here that I'm panning out is the washout from our sluice box once I pulled the mat out. This shot is from our second pan, and you can barely see the gold in there. I mean, the gold's in there, but it's mixed in with everything else, so it's hard to distinguish what's the gold and what is not the gold. And this is from our third pan. There is some micro gold in there, but it's hard to distinguish that from the other material that's in there. And this is all our pans combined. What I'm going to do with this concentrate, I'm going to add it with the other concentrate that I got from the Kamikaze mine about 3 months ago. Well, this wraps up this episode of getting our gold from the Kamikaze mine. And remember, this was just mainly from the Overburden, and I'm learning how to follow a vein once I, get to the vein. And so I was satisfied with as much gold as we got. And so I hope you enjoyed it too. And if you enjoyed this episode, I encourage you to spank that like button and to share this on your channel so others can enjoy the process of the Kamikaze mine. I'm so thankful that you're here, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, I would love to encourage you to subscribe and to become part of our AU family. We would love to have you be in the family. I would love to communicate with you. We're so thankful that you're here. We deeply appreciate your support, and we will see you on the next one.